Hey there! Thanks to you and your support and your love to puzzles, my Etsy store is doing well. My 3D printer is printing for 17 hours a day. I turn it on when I wake up and I turn it off when I go to sleep. But sometimes I wish I had one more 3D printer. Two Trees wrote me right in time and asked me if I want to try the new Two Trees SK1 3D printer. And who am I to say no to such offering? Here I present you the Two Trees SK1. It is a high-speed 3D printer, speed up to 700 millimeters per second. Bed size is 256 by 256 by 256 millimeters. It is equipped with lots of different sensors to make sure that all your prints are done in maximum quality possible. The machine is equipped with Wi-Fi. That means that you don't have to run back and forth from your computer to machine with a flash drive when you want to print something. Everything can be done remotely except for the filament change, of course. The machine has a built-in light which you can turn on or off from the screen of the SK1. It is actually very useful if you print in a low light environment. Funny story, the first printer Two Trees sent me was lost by my local shipping carrier. A huge box, 18 kilos, was lost. I can't even imagine how it is even possible. But Two Trees sent me another 3D printer. The SK1 is almost ready to print out of the box. You have just to attach the screen, which is very easy to do, remove some safety stoppers, there are only a couple of bolts to remove, and you're ready to print. I'm not gonna waste time on doing test prints and printing some useless stuff. I'm gonna go straight to printing puzzles. I'll print some parts for the Ziguflat puzzle, which is one of the most popular puzzles in my Etsy store. First, I have to slice the project in Cura, save it to disk, then I go to browser, enter the 3D printer address, which you can find if you click on the Wi-Fi on your 3D printer screen. Once you enter the address in your browser, Fluid will appear on a screen. Now you can control your 3D printer from computer, no wires, no flash drives required at all. You can start printing the project either from the screen of your SK1 or you can do it from your computer. I sped up the footage but left the actual sound of the working machine. The motors are a bit squeaky but very fast. Let's see the results of the first three prints. The red piece was the first one, and as you can see, the first layer doesn't really look nice. Even though the machine did a calibration before printing, the first layer was printed too high. It took me some time to figure out how to lower the nozzle. Turns out I can do it only from the computer. There is no such option on the machine's screen. The next print was the yellow one. You can still see some lines, but they are already much better than in the red piece. To my third print, I mastered the nozzle height and the orange piece turned out perfect. As you can see, the layer lines are consistent, very well printed, and the surface is nice and smooth. I like the quality of 3D prints. I can sell such prints in my puzzle store for sure. I'm not gonna finish printing the rest of the parts for the Ziguflat puzzle. I have plenty of them in stock. By the way, you can buy them in my Etsy store. I couldn't resist printing something as useless as this little octopus. I forgot to add supports to the nose, but it was printed surprisingly well. I have to cut some strings and it will turn out exceptionally well. Yeah, now it looks very nice. As you can see, everything moves nicely and it is just right from the printer. I didn't have to fix anything. Everything works properly. Now I'll print a new puzzle for my Etsy store. It is called Oskar Key. This puzzle was released by Hanayama years ago, but then it was discontinued, and now you can find copies of this puzzle on auctions. Sometimes the prices go as high as $1,000 for a piece. But now you will have a chance to buy a 3D printed version of this puzzle. But not only that, Oskar upgraded a 2 keys version puzzle to a 3 keys version. If the 2 keys version was almost as easy as fidget toy, the 3-piece version is really hard to solve and it requires 55 steps to remove the keys and then 55 more steps to put them back inside the frame. I'm pretty sure this print won't be a problem for Two Trees SK1 since there are no intricate parts here. All keys are flat and the frames are printed from 2 parts, so there will be no issues printing them. The filament change process is quite odd here. You hit the unload button, the machine cleans the nozzle, nothing unusual here, but it takes another minute before the machine will push out the filament. Usually one process follows another in a matter of seconds. So I opened the fluid control panel and did unloading and loading of the filament from the computer, which went smooth. I start printing a new project and the machine does the calibration again. It doesn't matter if you click on or off on the checkbox for calibration, but I guess it is something that can be fixed with the next firmware update. The printing goes with no issues at all. The first layer is perfect. Printing speed is up to 700 millimeters per second. I have a wobbly table under the machine, but the 2-Trees SK1 doesn't care at all. All layers are consistent and the result looks great. So let's see the result of printing the Oskar Key. The frames look nice. They're well printed. The keys are as well. I have to put the keys together, like the white on top of the red one, the blue on top of the white. They move quite nicely, very smooth. Now I have to assemble the puzzle. The fun part of this puzzle is that after printing, you just have to assemble everything and you don't spoil the solution. And now the goal will be to remove the keys from the frame, which will take a lot of steps and it will be a fun puzzle. The small frame is for a 2 keys version of the puzzle. Once you remove 3 keys from this bigger frame, you can use the red and blue key and try to put them into this smaller frame. I haven't tried to solve this puzzle yet and I'm not gonna do it now. I'll do it in one of my next videos, but you can already buy the Oskar Key puzzle in my Etsy store. Link is right here and in the video description. Now back to the printer. Despite of some flaws, the machine works great and produces consistently high results at the price of less than $500. And with this coupon code, you will get extra $60 discount. Link to the 2-Trees SK1 will be in the video description. Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next one.